I played bad again, bro. Damn, I played bad. Yeah, I had 21.
Okay, let's get started with Auburn. Coach Pearl, if you could just give us a couple of quick thoughts, and then we'll go to some questions.
Yep. Well, first of all, I'd like to congratulate Michigan, the Big Ten tournament champions, on an outstanding year. What an incredible first year for that staff to come in and turn that program around. And they were playing really well coming into this tournament, having won the Big Ten tournament. So, obviously we went on a 34-8 run in the second half, and it's just the kids' will to win. They just locked down defensively. I thought Dylan Cardwell did an incredible job on Golden. I thought Janai, Dylan, Chaney were physical with those guys and didn't let them dominate the game with their size, which they do against most opponents. And then I got a couple guards got really hot, that really got heated up. Denver got heated up, and Todd got heated up, and we went to them, and they delivered. So, great one for Auburn, and 4 teams from the SEC in the Elite Eight. That's pretty good.
Okay, let's go to some questions. First for the student athletes, please. So let's go to far left in the second row.
Yeah, Myron Metcalf, ESPN for Janai and Denver. What has Tahad just meant to this team and the success that you all have had thus far?
Oh, which one?
I'm sorry.
Which one go?
For Janai. Okay, go ahead.
It's very important. He has a very...
On the aisle on the left, third row.
Jamal Rowland Jr., 680 The Fan. Tahad, to be a freshman in this position, big shot after big shot, a monster block in the first half. Can you just speak on your performance tonight?
Started off a little slow, not how I wanted to start. But having guys like this just to back me up, knowing that they got my back is just amazing feeling. So just getting out there second half, getting back to what I usually do, and then obviously having guys like Denver and Janai stepping up too, playing huge minutes and doing what they do best. So just having guys like that, knowing they had my back is a great feeling.
Let's stay on the left, on the fourth row.
Raphael Haynes with the three-point conversion. It's for Janai. If any, what were the conversations like before you went on that run to get started on that run amongst the players, like in timeouts and so on?
we were playing bad. I mean, being honest, we was playing bad. And we was turning the ball over a lot, and we wasn't guarding. But we were still in the game, so everybody just said, let's get 3 stops. And then 3 led it to 4, and then 4 led to 5 stops, and then we went on a little run, and crowd got involved, and then, we started playing Auburn basketball.
Down front here in the first row.
Robbie LaStella, Brackets2.org. My question's for Janai. You guys had your 34th 10-0 run of the season tonight. Where does this team's spurt ability come from like that?
The defensive end. We lay our hats on our defense. But then we have guys who can make plays. Denver went on a 10-0 run by itself. Tahad went on a 10-0 run by himself. It's just guys like that who can create shots. It takes the load off of me. I wasn't playing my best game today, but I had my guards come through and hit big shots.
You had a triple-double today.
He did?
Oh, look at the stat sheet.
No,
he had a triple-double. He scored 22 points, he had 16 rebounds, and he missed 11 shots.
Right.
You had a triple-double.
He got me, though.
I was about to say.
No, I know he was talking about.
Front row on the left.
Shelley Winter, 95.5 WSB. Just kind of for everybody, first of all, Brother Pettiford, there's a bunch of Jersey City up in that crowd. I've been walking around all night, so we got other places to go after this. But to the whole team there was a point in time before the coach called timeout. It seemed like there was some jawing back and forth, guys looking at the bench, and you called timeout, Coach Pearl, and you kind of let the team sit and stew by themselves. Can you all just kind of talk about that sequence of events?
Janai, why don't you take that one?
We're brothers at the end of the day. Brothers gonna bump heads. Everybody on this that has an Auburn on wants to win. And sometimes winning you gotta go through some adversity. But Coach has confidence in us to be able to. We're a player-led team sometimes, so a couple guys say what we want to say, and then you gotta listen to what your teammate has to say, and then after that you shake it off and you go out there and play hard for Coach Pearl.
I mean, the deal was we turned the ball over a little bit. We made some mistakes, And I let them kind of jaw at each other a little bit, and then going, hey, man, we're good. We're in a great spot. You guys are just, pushing each other, holding each other. I love the energy. I love the pace. Let's just try to slow down a little bit with the ball. We're just rushing.
Let's go here on the right side, third row.
Jerry Ham for the third AL.com. Denver, the 10-0 run you had by yourself. Kind of talk about, what got things started for you today.
Man, honestly, I seen one go in. I just felt the basket got bigger, and I just want to continue being aggressive. Coach was getting me more involved in the plays, and I was just taking more advantage of it.
Far left, second row.
We can ask Bruce a question, right? Mike, I can ask Bruce a question.
Go ahead.
Bruce, obviously, a lot of freshmen this year who have gotten a lot of publicity. We haven't heard as much about Tahad, but what did you see in him when you decided to add him to this roster?
Well, first of all, I want to give his father, Travis, and Ira Bowman, my assistant coach, credit, because those guys are family friends. And I think the biggest thing with Tahad was we loved him when he was young. And there were people who were interested. They were wondering. I was like, no, I want you to run my team or be our scorer or whatever. And I think Tahad he remembered that when he was younger, and we didn't waver from it. And we just, I think he trusted Ira, and he's learned to trust me. He didn't know me very well. I want to give Janai credit in this regard. These guys are best friends. Okay, this is a senior in his 5th year. He's got a lot of other stuff going on, but when it comes to just messing around and having fun, he's just sort of loving on that little shit. That's all he's done. No, he is. He is a little shit, and he's loved on it. And you know what? So Tahad, he cares about Dylan. He cares about the seniors on this team, And he really wants to deliver for them.
Second row here on the right.
For the players, in all of you, how big was Tahad's 3 when y'all came out of the timeout down 9? And also, could you just talk about what it means to be where you are right now in the Elite 8, one step to the Final Four?
Go ahead, Janai.
That was actually a broken play. I messed the play up. I didn't know who was calling, but that just shows his shot-making ability and to be able to just, be a dog at times, and make plays. So he came off the pick and roll, shot it, and he made it. Cut the lead to 6, and then had a little bit to say to me. I messed the play up, but it just shows how special he is, though.
Let's go third row on the left.
Yeah, Jabbar Rowland, Jr., 680 The Fan. Just a quick question for all the players. I just want to know, what was going on with the ball? It seems like everybody was kind of fumbling it or, lose control of it. Was it slippery or is it just rushing or, what was that?
I would just say it was a rush, just rushing, thinking about it too much. We don't want to blame it on the basketball because, obviously, you can't. So we just have to focus on catching the basketball and making the right decisions.
Let's go on the right, fourth row on the aisle.
Deshaun Tate from three-point conversion here in Atlanta. I guess this question is for Janai, or any of you guys can answer it honestly. Obviously, you guys are going to enjoy the one that you guys have tonight and so forth, but it's a quick turnaround before you have to start looking at the next opponent. When you just think about who that next opponent is and so forth, what instantly comes to mind? What is your familiarity with that opponent?
Janai?
First off, Tom Izzo is a great coach. He's a Hall of Fame coach. So Michigan State is a very good team. But we're not going to do too much celebrating tonight. We got another game. We got to prep. We got to take care of our bodies. We got to rest. Let's try to get to San Antonio to the Final Four.
Let's go far left, second row.
Janai, I believe Danny Wolf scored his last bucket at the 13:06 mark. Between you and Cardwell and Chaney, what were you all able to do to adjust on him to sort of deny his touches and frustrate him down the stretch?
Well, coming into this game, we worry about matches. We care about matchups. We took this game personal. That's a great front line, but we wanted to challenge ourselves and see, to make it tough on him for him and Vlad Golden. So I credit my whole front line and even our guards for, extending the ball pressure, not making it easy, not letting them get it in good spots.
Got time for 2 more. Let's go here and then back.
Robbie LaStella, Bracketeer.org. My question's for Bruce. As I saw you walking off the court, you were embracing the fans and saying one more. What does it kind of mean to have that fan base embrace you the way they did? It was loud in there tonight.
Yep, I would say that our guys really appreciated the fans. Obviously, it helped elevate their play, but it all stems back to the grind, in the sense that this team, to this point, has only lost one game at Texas A&M to a team that wasn't in the Sweet 16. That means they respected their opponents, they didn't fear any of them, and they got ready to play every single night. I mean, we just really didn't get upset very often, giving us the #1 overall, which then put us in Atlanta, which, the overall #1 seed should have some, should be able to play close enough to home for your fans to see it. So, so they got rewarded.
Last question, back row.
Jonathan Hoppy with WBRC in Birmingham. Coach Pearl, the shots just weren't really falling consistently until about maybe the 15-minute mark of that second half. As a coach and a staff, did you feel like, hey, it's coming, it's coming? What's kind of your thought process through that and trying to coach these guys up?
Tell you what, if Michigan can turn us over 15 times, Michigan State can turn us over 25 times, okay? And so that's a concern, and these guys know it. And so we slopped through our offense. Give Michigan credit. They extended, they bothered us, and Michigan State's going to be even better at it. That's one of the best defensive teams in the country, and they're going to be very, very physical with us. And we've got to do. We have some talented players that made some big plays offensively. We have to execute better and work harder and be more physical offensively and take better care of the ball, to be able to win the next game.
That's all the time we have. Thank you, guys.
I'm staying, right?
No. This is it.
Go ahead, Pat. One more.
Time is up.
It is. Yeah, it's really standard operating procedure. I want them to talk to each other. I want them to, get after each other. I want them to encourage each other. I don't want to start coaching them as soon as they walk in the locker room. I want to just let those guys, because let me tell you something. Coaches can help teams win games. Players win championships. I know you hear that all the time. It's really true. When those guys talk about getting stops or taking better care of the basketball or quit rushing offensively, it means a lot more than when I say it. And so I let those guys, and that's sort of standard operating procedure. Plus we had 5, it's a 20-minute halftime. So we had 5 extra minutes, but that's been the way it's been all year long.
Yep. Thanks, Coach.
Okay, thanks.